Welcome to the Drooniverse!
Somebody just crashed. No, what happened to my thing? Oh dear. Oh no. Literally, it's just busted. I hate computers. You can hear me, but there's no fade from the camera. Oh dear. Why would it do that? uh, mm. This is good. Hang on, let me see if I can fix this. I don't want a new version. I want to know why the existing version isn't working. Ah, oh, oh, there I am. except my background isn't working. Let's press that button. Does that work? Kind of. Remove. Yay! Yes. Why did that switch itself off? I hate computers. Oh, sorry. Anyway, nice. That's the cargo bay at the back there. Immersion totally shattered. Sorry. Yes, the illusion has been busted as per usual. Anyway, never mind. We're here. It's all working. Well, the technology is. I got a room. Right. Let's go back to the top. Do the thing. That is the thing. Before anything else goes wrong, because the thing's the thing. The thing must be done. And if we don't do it, bad luck. We already had some of that, so let's not have any more. Right, Cyber Army is first in the chat at exactly 1900. I like the appreciation of time list there. That's exactly an hour before the stream is supposed to start. So that's very, very good indeed. Well done, Cyber Army. Top Shot is in second place, third place, fourth place, and fifth place. So that's really doing it right. Now, what are you trying to do here? Summarize my streams using ChatGPT. I'm not sure if I approve of this. Anyway, this is quite funny. According to ChatGPT, Drew launched from deep space and set course for a quiet system on the fringes of the bubble, continuing his long-haul exploration. Don't remember that, but anyway. Along the way, he scanned a series of unusual planets, noting an oddly symmetrical mountain range. Do we? Sparked a round of geological banter in the chat. He briefly fumbled a planetary landing, standard Drew procedure. I feel I resemble that remark. Before triumphantly deploying his SRV for Moon Lake Cruise. Okay, anyway. Onwards we go. ChatGPT being as hallucinatory as ever. BlogTwat is here as well. Good to see you, BlogTwat. Thank you very much for popping in. Wintermute GB, of course, he's here as well. Good to see you. Then there's quite a lot of banter about things. Letty ___ is all here as well. Good to see you. BlogTwat is here. Good to see you too. The Triplex personalities is here as well. The Records are here, fighting off the invasion of the Harkoonians. As always good to see them basking victorious in their ability to fight off the Harkoonians, that is. Have a Boo Boo is customary 4 thumbs up is here as well. Good to see you. BiffBoy81 is here as well. Commander Rob Sabotage here has not sabotaged anything, fortunately. Maybe he sabotaged my camera feed. Maybe that's an explanation. The Harkoons are here quite a long way after the Arrekises, actually. You know, it's very hard to get up early in the morning with the Harkoons, but there we go. Solstice Project is here, very enthusiastically waving both hands, and then presumably at the moment singing along to the intro tune. Rundown Titan has run down the Titans and is here as well. Good to see you. Sleepy D Wagon Man is here as well with some enthusiastic emojis. Ozrelia is here as well. Andy P783, that rhymes. Always important to point that out. Good to be. Commander Tragic Blue 21 is here as well. Good to see you. Enigma-ish remains Enigma-ish. Hasn't moved in the direction of full Enigma, or back away from only partial Enigma, but is in the kind of range between those two extremes, being Enigma-ish as he is. Commander Bird is here as well. Good to see you. Lumpsace is here. Always good to see you as well. Fantastic. Who are we? Frank Miner 2949. Good to see you too. Dominant Hornet is here, dominating all the Hornets. I actually encountered some Hornets actually up here in Scotland. Nasty buggers they are. I've been stung twice. Have I said that? I'll go into that. That's the waffle, I think, being stung by wasps. Deeputman 42 is here as well. Commander Silent Double D is here. The Funny Asteroid is here. Yay! Whee! Because it's never a good space game without a funny asteroid. I haven't said that for a while. Sleepy Wagman is here as well. Big 39 GT is here. Commander Welsh Dragon is here. Good to see you. Everyone's complaining, or actually perhaps celebrating that the camera wasn't working. The audio works. Drew is looking very angular. Dog has eaten the camera, quite possible. And the damn bagpipes. Them damn bagpipes. Evening. Good to see you. That's an excellent username. We approve. Top Shot says, ChatGPT earlier said production quality good. See, that's why you can't trust AI, you see. I keep telling you. Put it back the other way. Nice attic immersion, totally broken. Did the waffle break it? Yes, I'm sorry. Top Shot. And then DP says, oh no, the immersion. Woo. It's too late for bad luck because you're already watching this stream. So I mean, maybe you're just taking one for the team. Maybe you ever consider that. Little Graham is here as well. Afternoon, all sadly can't stay for long. Real life's insisting I pay attention to it. Boo-hoo, down with real life. We don't want any of that around here. The older you get, the more buggy technology seems to be. I don't know, it's just... you leave it alone, it's fine. You switch it on the following day, it's busted. It's like, what happened? I can summarise your streams in one word. Well, see, that's what we need. Wintermute GB for AI Overlord. It's going to be that much more concise. Andy P73, it might be my age, but I currently feel like a chocolate bar that's been left out easy too long. Or was he? Well, whatever it is that's affecting you, my friend, you can't spell, so hopefully things get better than that. Anyway, that's enough of that silliness. Let's get on with some more silliness, because that's what we do on the stream. I was suspicious you weren't really a space Drew. Otherwise, how are you breathing? Oh, well, you see, I've got this, Drews have special dispensation for the laws of physics. So it's fine. I mean, I'm obviously in a warp bubble, which is obviously keeping the air inside as I travel through space at superluminal velocities. I mean, force fields, obviously. Yeah. Come on, use your imagination, man. Right, let's press that waffle button. Here we go. Yes, waffles are good. Waffles are good. So, how have we all been, my friends? How have we all been? Apologies for missing Monday. I did have to go to a funeral of my friend who passed away a few weeks back. You probably remember me talking about it. Funerals are odd things, aren't they? I mean, it's a bit strange for me because my friend, we did speak about as gentlemen of a certain age tend to do every so often. What are you going to do when we stuff it? It was we've generally had kind of mostly secular conversations about these things. It was a little bit of a surprise to me to find out that there was a full kind of Church of England religious-y service going on. All very good, but all very kind of like, it was a bit weird because I could just sort of see him chuckling over parts of the service because the congregation couldn't sing in time with the music in various places, which came across slightly unprofessional. You have to sort of look at these things with an eye of humour sometimes. But a couple of moving eulogies, which was good, which were totally on point. So that was nice. And then, the classic kind of Christian sort of homily about how everything will be nice in the future. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Okay. What do I have to do about that? Apparently, I have to believe in things. Sorry, I find it very, very hard to believe in things. That's way beyond my capability nowadays. Anyway, Sid thing is done and dusted, and we move on. We move on, my friends, as we must. Yes, very, very optimistic to think that it's still going to be sweet as the light on the other side of death. But nobody's ever come back to say otherwise, have they? So maybe it is so good that nobody ever comes back. Have you ever thought that? Maybe that's the answer. So plasma and force fields is the new smoke and mirrors. Indeed it is. So yeah, and anyway, wasps, right? Hornets and things. I mean, okay, what is it with these critters flying around? There's quite a few of them out here in the countryside, I've noticed. I've actually been stung twice now. The first time I kind of deserved it. The second time I feel I didn't. So the first time there was this wasp, and it was big chunky fella. You know, it was a good inch. Well, at least I'm probably exaggerating for effect, but it looked like it was at least an inch long. It was a big, you know. I know wasps buzz particularly angrily, but they flap their wings. If you tilt your wings like this, it makes you sound really mean. So anyway, this wasp was definitely going for it, and I thought I didn't really fancy this wasp in my study. So I went to get a tissue. I thought I'll get it outside. I won't kill it because I don't really even agree with even killing small creatures, right? You know, everyone's got a right to exist as far as I'm concerned. And so I thought I'll try and grab this wasp with a tissue and sort of chuck it out the window. I knew though wasp waffle, yeah. So anyway, my attempt to get this wasp was less than successful. The wasp obviously saw me coming, and flipped. I mean, to be fair, I mean, did a pretty good sort of 6 degrees of motion, vertical flip, evading my tissue that I was strategically attempting to grab it with, back flipping in the air in a kind of nice sort of loop of attackness, and then landed on the top of my hand, and then stung me instantly, and it flew off. And those things really actually hurt. I haven't been stung by a wasp since I was been a kid. Would have made an entertaining live stream. Yeah. So yeah, so I was like, ow, that actually really hurts. Yeah, so FA off for a wasp. I mean, that's pretty much what I said actually. To the wasp after said attack. Anyway, my wife was quick with the antihistamine cream. Yeah, the old glass in the postcard routine is probably safer. So I will definitely try that in future. So that was my first encounter with wasp. Though to be fair, I think I probably deserved it because A, I annoyed it, and B, it was obviously in a bad mood anyway, so it got this. And yeah, that really stung. And it was it was a decent sized wasp. It wasn't like a little dinky wasp. It was a proper big bugger basically. So. But the second time I was out in the garden minding my own business. I was not going near a wasp nest. I wasn't doing anything provocative to any wasps as far as I was aware. I was just sitting there enjoying the sunshine when a wasp sort of started buzzing around above me. I looked up, saw this wasp. I thought, oh, it's a wasp. I shall do what it says in all the guidebooks. I shall, and the sort of thing I told my children. If you just stay still, the wasp won't do anything, right? That's what everybody says. That's what I was taught when I was a kid, and that's what I've told my children. Don't whatever you do, don't start flapping about, okay? Because the wasp will get upset, and then it will sting you, right? It's all complete rubbish, all right? This wasp went, there's that Drew Wagar again. I don't know, maybe it was the same wasp, but anyway. It just went. It literally. I saw it coming. I was standing pretty still, leaning on a sort of balcony thing like that, and the wasp just went like a dive bomber straight onto my wrist. Bang! Stung me. I was kind of left going, "Ow!" But more a case of what the was that about? So I'm afraid it's now war. Okay. That's it. I'm pressing the button. Wasps are now public enemy number 1. If I see a wasp, it's open season, basically. So I've totally rescinded my previous advice. If you see a wasp, get it before it gets you. Maybe these are Scottish wasps. I don't know. Maybe they're just a bit more vicious. But there's a guy that goes around filming all sorts of bugs stinging him, and he even. It's a pain scale for them. I mean, this one did hurt. I mean, to be honest, the antihistamine cream is actually really rather good. If you get it on quickly enough, it stops it quite fast. But yeah, without that, it's kind of like that's actually sore. Fortunately, I don't have any kind of allergic reactions to anything like that. But I mean, some people do. It must be pretty. But so yeah, I'm gonna have to start thinking of some. At the moment, my stuff has been purely defensive, but I'm gonna up the ante soon and see if I can come up with some offensive weapons. Maybe the wasps don't like bagpipes. Well, I wasn't even playing any bagpipes. I mean, sorry. Come on, the wasp bounty identified 1 pirate Wagar, 1.5 million credit bounty. So Leash to leg it. Alas, my days of legging it are coming to a close. Maybe it's the hat. Was I wearing a hat? Yeah, I was wearing a hat, actually. Maybe it was the hat. Solstice Project says, funny you mentioned wasp. I had a wasp stuck in my diagonal window, constantly trying to move through the invisible magic barrier called glass. Yeah, it's funny that, and when insects get stuck in funny locations, isn't it? But yeah, so anyway, so it's open season on wasps as far as I can do. When I see some wasps there, they're getting it. I think I may have a wasp's nest in one of my sheds, so that's going to be interesting. I bought some spray stuff, and we're gonna see how it goes. Maybe I'll just have to nuke it from orbit because, after all, that is the only way to be sure, isn't it? So we'll see how it goes. So yes. So in general terms, if I see anything insecty at the moment, I'm generally very suspicious and in a bad mood. This could go downhill very fast. But maybe I'll be running downhill very fast with a bunch of wasps on my tail. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yes, I mean, I was minding my own business. And yeah, I feel aggrieved. So for the time being, get a professional to remove a wasp's nests. Probably a good idea, actually. We have got some hat things now with anti-midge screens and things like that. Not that we've really got too much of a problem at the moment, but there are quite a lot of insecty things buzzing around. It just seems to be the thing. One thing I've definitely noticed up here in Scotland, which has been shockingly absent from the southeast of England for quite a while, is basically insects. I mean, down in the southeast in Kent. In the olden days, 40 years ago when I was a kid driving around, I remember the car used to get covered in insects, right? Just on the windscreens and number plates in the front of the car. Whereas you drive around there in the southeast nowadays, hardly any at all. Whereas up here, I was quite surprised. I came home from the airport on Monday evening, and the entire front of the car looks like it's driven through some. So they were just like a massive collection of things. There's thousands and thousands of dead bugs on the front of my car. But yeah, maybe it's my fault. Maybe just by driving home, I become a genocidal maniac inadvertently against the insect population of the area. And they basically said, nope, we got to get him back. So we'll get the wasps to do it. So maybe I've just been asking for it by driving around. I don't know. So I shouldn't drive a beetle. No, I haven't. That would be quite funny, wouldn't it? Driving a beetle that wipes out all the insects. Scotland is known for insects. Yeah, there are a lot of bugs up here. I mean, it's good because I think they're all doing their kind of eco thing and they're pollinating things and so on and so forth. But Le Mans cars were having a huge problem with bug splatter in the race last week. Okay, well, that's kind of good. The damn Pug Pap says he does drive a beetle. Excellent. Dear, that's the way to do it. Anyway, so we should proceed onwards. That's probably enough. That's probably enough waffling, isn't it? 18 minutes into the stream, wasps and stuff. Just one of the fun things about living here. Oh, and ticks are a pain. We've had to pull 2 ticks out of the dog already because obviously it goes bounding off into the long grass and then returns. You pick up ticks now. Ticks are particularly gross. I mean, they're like little legs with a massive bulbous thing that's full of blood that's sucked out of you. We haven't picked up any, but the dog has picked up 2. But we've fortunately got a little tick removal tool, and we've managed to pry them out. But and the dog is being quite compliant about it, fortunately. But yeah. I mean, there's things trying to sting you and eat you and suck your blood out of you. It's like being on an alien planet. Every day is like an away mission. What's going to kill us today? Dear. Anyway, right, we should go into because there's happenings in Galnet and stuff. So we should proceed. We should proceed. Right, let's press that button. Onwards we go, my friends. Galnet. Here we go. So what has been going on in the wide-ranging universe of Elite Dangerous? Let's go and have a look. So, where was it last time? We talked about... Oh, we were trying to follow Galnet the other week, weren't we? Which... There we go. So this is from that time. So then there's been this one. There we go. Right. Mahon, Mohan, Mahan, Mahan, something like that. Gains advantage in Alliance trade boom. An aggressive trade war in Alliance space appears to have been won by supporters of Mahon. Okay, so there's been a oh, it's just Marn. I keep getting that wrong. Sorry, WGB. Marn. Yeah, I mean, why pronounce it how it's spelt, right? It'd be really, really boring. The recent withdrawal of Sirius Corporation from Allied military infrastructure created a significant opportunity for member state companies. The shipment of cargo to key locations has been used as a barometer of success. Do you think they're really still using barometers in the 34th century? That's like saying, let's measure. We need to make this as accurate as a sundial. That's what we need to do. The orrery of success, the sundial of success. I don't know. No, that doesn't ring true at all. You won't be using barometers in the 34th century. Anyway, I've been used as a barometer for success between two trade blocks formed around Edmund Marn and Nakato Kane, respectively. After 2 weeks, the trade bloc favouring Marn has been declared the winner by analysts and pundits. Irfan Karim of the Alliance Tribune noted that the Marn trade bloc is likely to secure the biggest and most lucrative contracts over the coming weeks. Participants in the trade war can now collect their rewards, so that's the end of another CG. As accurate as a sundial. Yeah. Oh, a barometer. That's it. Yeah. Have you got your cockpit barometer yet? I mean, what else? What else is? Actually, a barometer is one of those curious devices. Because it's like, it's a mechanical. I mean, you think about what a barometer is, right? It's an ingenious device that tells you what the weather's like outside. Now, call me cynical, but there are more effective ways to tell precisely what the weather is like outside. If you're particularly blessed, you could use a window, or if your house is somewhat less well endowed, you could possibly just use a door. Or if you're already outside, you don't even own a house. I mean, you've got access to this information without any issue at all. You can experience the weather in full photorealistic 3D immersion. I've never really. I mean, they spend a lot of time inventing the barometer and refining the barometer. But what does it? I mean, I suppose does a barometer sort of? It basically responds to pressure, doesn't it? So does it sort of react a little bit ahead of the weather? Maybe if the pressure drops, and then it's like that's bad weather, or pressure increasing is good weather. But I'm not sure as a forecasting tool it's particularly useful. I don't know. Maybe it is. I am cynical. Okay. It's not a door; it's a room portal. That's right. Wintermute uses the app on his phone. Now you can't be doing that. Wintermute, come on! This is a sort of retro, nostalgic stream. None of these, no apps, right? Can't be doing that. Anyway, so that's a bit boring. That's another CG that has concluded. It's quite. At least they're chucking a few CGs at us, isn't it? I suppose that's good. Right. So what's happened here? The 12th of June. That was 6 days ago. An Imperial strike force. Oh, hang on. Imperial forces target Delane flagship. Ooh. Measuring air pressure is useful for meteorology. I think presumably it is if you've got lots and lots of different measurements all around the place. But on its own, an individual barometer, I don't think it's particularly useful. Blogtwat says we had a barometer by the front door when I was a kid to help predict the weather. But I live in Lancashire, so it was just rain every day anyway. Right, okay, so anyway, the Imperial forces target Delane flagship. An Imperial strike force has launched a surprise assault against Archon Delaney's flagship, the Mictlan, in what many are calling a long-awaited act of retribution. Ooh. The offensive took place in the Beta 3 Tucani system, where Delane is believed to have attended a gathering of notorious underworld figures. Witnesses reported intense fighting around the Mictlan, or Mictlan, is it Mictlan or Mictlan, with Imperial vessels engaging both the pirate dreadnought and its escorts. Ooh, sounds good. Casualty reports are unconfirmed, but several pirate-affiliated ships were destroyed or forced to flee. A brief statement from Emperor Arissa's spokesperson, spokesperson, confirmed Imperial involvement. That served as an answer to the provocations of August last year. So that's quite a delayed response then, isn't it? Those who threaten the Emperor or her citizens will be dealt with using proportionate force. Approximately 10 months from the time that they launched the initial attack, just so everyone's aware. The attack appears to be a response to Archon Delaney's boasts following previous assassination attempts on Emperor Rissa and Shadow President Jerome Archer in August last year. Analysts have noted the precision of the strike suggests long-term infiltration and planning by Imperial intelligence. It's definitely long-term planning, isn't it? 10 months. It's called holding a grudge, yeah. A Kumo Council broadcast released hours later claimed, "We expected a response. We were rather bored sitting around for 10 months waiting for it, but we did expect a response. What we didn't expect was how long it took." So at least whoever's on the Kumo Council has got a sense of humour. That's good. The Emperor's blade is sharp, but slow. The next move is ours. So presumably in 10 months' time, we'll get to whatever the next move is. Security analysts now warn that more open conflict between the Imperial and Kumo Council forces may follow. Delaney is said to be furious at the attack and has directed the Mictlan to lead an assault on Imperial forces in the Beta 3 Takuni systems. So presumably there's a whole bunch of conflict zones going on in there. Pilots seeking to aid, yes, there we go. Seeking to aid the Emperor's fleet can register support at Bakewell platform. Ladies Kumo Council are summoning supporters to the Mictlan megaship. Okay, well, there's another combat CG going on. So at least there's a few of those going on. They're not really tied up all that well, these things sometimes. They're just sort of, there's another combat zone for you to play with, guys. Right. Yeah, it's the slow blade that gets through the ship. Rundown Titan. I like the June reference there. Very good. Yeah, move the blade slowly and the force field doesn't stop it. Nice. Yes. Rebuilding and renewal after the Thargoid War. 6 months have passed since the Battle for Sol culminated in the destruction of Titan. Costa Joe? We'll go for Costa Joe. With the alien threat repelled, communities across the core systems are beginning to rebuild economies, infrastructure, and hope. Not sure what the dash is serving there, but there we go. Stations which suffered caustic devastation have long since restored full services. Local economies have bounced back and, in some cases, flourishing thanks to the recent wave of new colonization efforts. Excellent. Everyone's back to normal. Everything's good. Across the bubble, both small ceremonies and large public events have taken place. Memorials for the dead, celebrations of brave pilots who engaged the alien threat, Oxford, and spiritual guidance in the aftermath are common occasions. Spiritual guidance in the aftermath. Okay. A memorial beacon deployed near the remains of the Titan wreckage in Sol draws visitors from across the bubble, the site representing both a crucial victory and a tragic loss of life. That's actually quite nice. Yeah, I suppose that's the sort of thing you would do, isn't it? Put a memorial there. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. You don't have a memorial for people who are still alive. So, celebrate. I suppose it's memorials for the dead. Yeah, celebrations of brave pilots who engaged the alien threat. Yeah. Sociologists note a wave of emigration from systems heavily affected by the war. Many displaced by the loss of homes and industries have chosen to begin anew, joining colonization efforts in uninhabited systems. "There's pain in starting over," said one settler interviewed at the Senimute, an Orbis station recently commissioned by Commander Stellar Cartographer in the HIP 18084. Oh, look, actual commander getting name checked. That's pretty cool. Well, there's pride too. We've survived. We're building something better. While Aegis and the superpowers continue to monitor for new Thargoid signals, humanity's victory in the Second War showed a rare sense of unity against the common enemy. Commodore Moreo Arena of the Federal Navy summed up the mood at a Sol memorial service. "The fight for survival revealed our flaws, but also our strength. We honor those we lost by choosing to live boldly." Well, at least they didn't split any infinitives. Well, I suppose technically this is the second Thargoid War, because the first Thargoid War was the one that we fought in the kind of elite time frame, and then we terminated or at least we thought we terminated the Thargoid with the use of the mycoid virus. So I think that counts as the first Thargoid War. They didn't say. Well, I suppose it's in the title here, the Thargoid War. But yeah, no, that's a good point. Fair enough. Humanity's victory in the Second War. They're just the Second War. I mean, who else are we fighting? We're only fighting the Thargoids, right? so again, that's it's a nice piece. Now, we didn't have much luck, surprisingly enough, investigating HIP 26176. So the only thing that remains really just to see if there's anything else to follow this salvation thread, which almost certainly there isn't, but it's still worth a try, is to actually go back to HIP 22460 and go and investigate and see if anything else is kicking about there. So it'll be interesting to see what's that like now after all the Thargoid stuff has disappeared, whether anything has changed. Now I'm sure other commanders have already been there to poke around and have a look, so we're going to be a week and a bit behind the schedule now. But let's go and do a recce of HIP 22460 and see what's going on, because Thargoids and stuff. Right, I need to press the button. Which button do I need to press? I need to press this button. Here we go. Are we ready? Going to poke some more wasps. Exactly right. And the game's working. Woo-hoo. Always good. It's always good. To be honest, actually, other than the Oxford comma there wasn't too much in the way of obvious grammatical errors, which is good. So I mean, obviously the Oxford comma is entirely wrong. And anybody using it, wasps, wasps should come and get you. Now, if wasps targeted people who use the Oxford comma, I feel much more inclined to like them. But they don't seem to be all that bothered. Elite Dangerous playthrough. Am I going to play it through to the end? Yes. So we were at the end already, and this is now the beginning. So we played Elite Dangerous to death, really, hasn't it? But I mean, I don't suppose there's any aspects of the game we haven't really covered on the stream over the years, because we've done exploration, we've done a bit of combat, we've done a bit of this, that, and the other. We've done engineering, we've done Guardians, we've done Thargoids, and we've done this, that, and the other. We're playing it to the bitter end, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm leading a one-man charge against the Oxford combat. I just think it's weak. It's like seductive side of the dark side of the force. It's quick and it's easy. It's ultimately leads to darkness as far as I'm concerned. Recommended route. Oh, you want me to do those wretched things again, do you? Okay. So, right, where am I anyway? I'm at Magi Wagar, so let's get the ship off the ground. You want me to do those? I am hostile. Actually, yes. So hang on, before I actually I've already launched, but should I unpledge from power play? Because I feel like
Super trains disengaged. Allow for oncoming traffic in the exit corridor.
We did that. Presumably there's a way to unpledge, is there? I know that will probably cause me trouble as well, but I mean, presumably eventually they'll kind of like, yeah, whatever. So, can I unpledge? How do I? Your campaign against the Oxford Common will be useful as tilting against Wimbles. Yeah, no, I know. I am pledged. I know that. How do I unpledge? Okay, I can unpledge. That's good. How is that done? Because this is just, I kind of just my loyalty. How do I unpledge? There doesn't seem to be an unpledge button. Is that something I have to do at a place? I'll click my power over here. in the middle. Oh, here. Right. Oh, I see. Leave power. Right. Okay. Are you sure you want to leave your current power? Your merits and larger rank will be reset according to you lose access to your rewards, including module access and earned perks. Oh, so you actually lose module access. Not that I've got any, but yeah. Okay. Boom. Right. So I'm no longer hostile here. Will my Nikito folks come after me now? Well, I just left with no. Oh, so I've just left. Okay, so nobody's going to miss me. That's pretty good. Right. What is my stance on M dashes the galaxy needs to know? Ah, yes. Well, dashes are a bit of a funny one, aren't they? I need to know more about M dashes actually, because I must admit it's not something I generally use for anything. I am a serial ellipse misuser, however, because I quite often in my dialogue use the 3 dots to kind of indicate that the sentence has been interrupted and is incomplete, which is not the correct use of an ellipse. But hey, I don't make the rules; I only break them. But yeah, no dashes. I'm not so sure about. Right, Jackson's Lighthouse. Jackson's Lighthouse. There we go. Right, so we're going. You're going to make me do this whole thing again, aren't you? The supercharging thing isn't supercharging because of reasons. Let's get away. Just hear a strange snoring sound from behind me. Realise the dog is asleep in the cargo bay behind me. Wintermute says, I suspect most people do not know what an M is. So actually, therefore, Wintermute, you probably want to enlighten us, because this stream, as you know, is all about education and improving our minds and furthering our knowledge and stuff. So do elucidate on the subject, Wintermute GB. Tell us about all the different types of dash and what they're for. Simon Army and Top Trotter. Now in my team. Good to see you, gentlemen. Thank you very much for the escort across space. Is there a Cambridge comma? There ought to be, oughtn't there? What is the difference between... So an Oxford comma is one of those things that is utterly superfluous and totally wasteful, and basically means you haven't constructed your sentence correctly. So what would a Cambridge comma be? 4, 3, 2, 1. Probably better at rowing, I suppose. Maybe. Or is there an Oxford dash? I don't know. Cyber Army's waiting for me with bated breath at Jackson's Lighthouse. What does bated breath actually mean? I mean, it doesn't make sense either, does it? You bait your breath. What does that mean? Does that mean you're holding your breath? Here we go. Jackson's Lighthouse.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Charge jump range 356 light years. Nice.
Frameshift drive charging.
The M's and N's are units of measurement, are they? How does that work then in writing? What would you use them for? What's your base jump range, Drew? Nowadays, probably about 1.5 meters. Oh, my ship! Oh, I see. I have no idea. How do I find that out? I think that supercharged thing would be to get. How do I know that? Where's my jump range? Modules, ship. There we go. No? Yes? Jump range, unladen, 85 light years, current 79.77. Right, so I've got to fly into this thing and not bust my ship, obviously. Right, here we go.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Except it's not, is it? Right. Where am I going? Okay, so I've supercharged. Where am I going? Just set target in that range on go. Yeah, that makes settings. Right, use jet cone boost. Yes. 98k Tory. I did, but you stopped. Right, set target. Okay. And engage jump.
Frameshift drive
Ah,
charging.
270 light years. Boom. Nice. Depitment 42 says M dashes are the long ones, N dashes are regular dashes. Snooty writers love to use M dashes instead of parentheses. Okay.
Ready to engage.
Joystick drift there.
3,
270 light years is cool, isn't it? I'm not sure this is any faster, really, because by the time actually, I suppose I'm getting faster at the supercharging of my frameshift drive. N dashes are the width of the letter N. That sort of makes sense, I suppose. Oh, that's pretty one. I like the fact I particularly like this one where it's nice and close to the star. That is rather good.
fuel sync disengaged.
This feels like a place that you would potentially actually go to. Here we go. This one's actually spinning at a decent rate as well. This one's, I think, one of the more realistic neutron stars. Because they would be spinning at that kind of crazy velocity.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
What limit is that? Why can't I get out of the... okay, this is going well.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety
Is
limits.
there a technique to getting in? I mean, getting in the super series now. Is there a technique to getting out? Because my ship just seems to randomly roll around until such time as it spits me out of the thing. Oh, Cyberdom has been interdicted by something. Maybe he may be slightly busy. Right, where am I going now? It's more likely it's my stomach acting outside of everything. That's very true. Right, next hop. Oh, we're there. Let's go. That was quick. I didn't need the supercharge actually for that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ah, Cyberdom got away with it. Excellent. So this is the system where the Proteus Wave was detonated, isn't it? Where when we used to jump in here, everything started breaking and the ship got dissolved and stuff. So is there anything left here? After all, the war has been won, apparently by us. Okay. Wasn't expecting to see that again. But I'm going in here in an unarmed ship. Oh, there's still a Thargoid. Why is there still a Thargoid here? Whoops. Okay. Well, I can't run away now. I've just been zapped. I was not expecting to see Thargoids again. Now my ship's freezing.
Initiated. Thrusters online.
Okay. Ooh. So there are still Thargoids about. guessing was the sort of standard hyper-dictionary type thing. It's just it jumping out into wherever it goes with it. But, well, that was interesting. I didn't expect that to still be operating. Don't worry, Drew, they're friendly out here. There are Thargoids here and have been since 9th of August 2022. Shoot, I haven't got any guns, alas, so I'm an unarmed exploration ship. What are they going to do? Just think of it as a wasp. That's it, telling you not to mess with the wasps on those midges, etc. Right. Okay. Well, that was nice. Thank you for the little bit of extra entertainment there, Mr. Thargoid. Right. So, what are these symbols here? Operation Ida. Silver terminal. I don't recognise the icon. Installations. Okay. Right, so okay, there's the station, the Morning Star. What have we got here? Orbital construction site, Churchill terminal. Silver terminal. The Liftorium. Okay, so that's just. So which planet was it? Was it the Bright Sentinel? What's left of it? That's the Morning Star. Oh, are we still? Oh, hang on. Yeah, we're in the wrong system. We didn't successfully jump. Durr. We've been jumped back into. Of course, now I've lost my supercharge as well. I'm gonna have to plot. There's only 2 jumps, isn't it? Okay, well that's. I hadn't realised we haven't. Yeah, I think I've got to switch this off now, haven't I? There we go. Because I haven't got the.
Frameshift drive
I'm going to make
charging.
2 jumps. Oh, I wasn't expecting it. I might predict it on the way in. It wasn't fuel. It was simply that it's just beyond my standard jump range. I've lost my supercharge during the hyperdiction, I guess. Let's see if we can get into the system. Interesting that the Thargoids are still out here, though. That looks like one of the old, not quite cutscenes, that's not fair, but kind of pre-scripted events that used to happen. Oh, excuse me. Nice that it's still there, though. So people,
System scan
even though the war is over,
complete.
can still encounter a Thargoid. I think that's pretty good. Thargoids didn't leave. No, they didn't.
Frameshift
Mr. Warpath is raiding with a party of 55. Hello! Welcome, Mr. Warpath, and a fond and cheery, hearty hello to all of your compatriots coming in as part of the raid. Thank you very much for joining me. We are investigating if there's anything to be investigated in HIP 22460, which was mentioned in Galnet recently, to see if anything has changed. We've already been hyperdicted, which was not expected, but there we go. So welcome my friends. Make yourselves at home. Grab yourself an Aldebaran brandy or a Labian brandy or an Andean gin. I haven't seen any whiskies mentioned in the Elite Dangerous thing. I think that's something we should fix. We need to come up with a good whiskey name
fuel
for.
scooping complete.
There must be a Glen somewhere out here. Right, we are now in HIP 22460, and all seems good. So the system now. So okay, so here are the various different planets. Now, which one are we aiming for? Top shot signal. Okay. See that on the scanner. Large debris field. Supercharge overdrive thing. There's too many users of the word supercharge. I mean, I'm a big fan of superchargers, as you know, but there's way too many things in Elite Dangerous that use the word supercharge nowadays. It's very confusing. You've supercharged this, you've supercharged that. Everything's supercharged. Like, no, oh, there you go. A double leap of shame by Commander Drew Wagar there. So this is the planet where the Proteus Wave was unleashed, except when it's dethrottled. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're having a good one. I am Mr. Warpath. Thank you very much for the raid, and good to see you. We're investigating at the moment, seeing if anything's going on, because this is where not Sentinel. This is where Salvation met his demise, wasn't it? It says Overlook. Oh, there's two moons here. That's no moon. There's two moons in fact. It looks like Foxtrot is parked right on top of the Proteus Wave location. It's interesting that wave. Yeah, you can see it there. It is. Look. It's interesting that that wave is still present on the surface. It hasn't degraded, has it? There it is. There. Look, you can see it nice and clearly. But we can't land on this planet, can we? Which is really rather irritating, because it would be fantastic to investigate that. Here it comes. Yeah, we can't. We can get into orbital cruise, but we can't get dropped. Which is a shame, because it doesn't look like there's an atmosphere here. So... or has it? Has that graphic changed a little bit?
Orbital flight engaged.
Does it look a little bit less... enormous than it did before? I've got a feeling it is. So maybe it's dissipated a bit. What do you think? Does that look a little bit different to before? Actually, as we get close to it, it doesn't. It's beginning to look the same, but it's a nice effect. There we go, that's the closest we're going to get. It's going to drop out here. Unknown hazardous environment detected. Access is restricted. Yes, it's sort of spiralling out a bit, isn't it? So whatever it is, it's. I mean, it's been running. That's how long ago was that detonated? Now, is that a year now? Over a year? It does look good, doesn't it? Yeah. We obviously can't fly down towards it because it's like the door to hell in the Middle East. Yeah, is that pit they set fire to. So whatever this reaction is, it sort of seems to be self-sustaining, doesn't it? I'm still going down according to that. I'm sure we can't go that far. Actually, no, if you just eclipse the glare there using a bit of the cockpit, you can see a little bit more detail. So it's how low can you actually get? Thanks for that time, Tommy. Looks like we're getting... yeah, we're sort of orbiting now, aren't we? Rather than actually moving. Yeah, see, it's sticking 103 kilometers away. We're not moving. Which is a shame that you can't go down, at least fly around it. 103 kilometers, yeah, that's the closest you can get. So there's some sort of repulsive field, no matter what you do with your engines. Which is a shame, really, because I mean, there's no reason why. I mean, that's presumably an airless planet, so we just can't go down there. There's no reason we can't go down there other than there's this message. It just says unknown hazardous environment, access restricted. That's an interesting lore thing, actually. It's like there's the onboard computer for whatever reason, is like is able to basically say, nope, I'm going to prevent you flying your ship down. So the onboard computer is able to override controls. There's no way to bypass the computer. So it feels like it does exactly. Dragonlight feels like you should be able to bypass the computer and say, no, I'm going to have a manual spaceship, because there shouldn't be anything that stops you going down there, really, should there? But maybe just as they didn't. Maybe there's just no artifact down there. What I wanted to know is actually if we try and let's just fly in this direction for a bit. Can we look at it from a slightly oblique angle and see if we can travel in this direction? Maybe I can get back into
Frameshift drive charging.
a bit of orbital cruise.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So the whole planet is permit locked, which is just a bit irritating, isn't it? Okay, so I don't want to go too high up. I want to stay. I don't want to go too far either. Yeah, let's do that. Let's turn around at this point. What I want to know is, there we go. I've managed to. That's quite a good angle. I've managed to. That gives you a different perspective on it. First time chat from Der Tiziox. What is that? That is the site of the Proteus Wave detonation, which occurred. When did it occur, guys? Quite a while back now. This, which was a preemptive and very unsuccessful, surprisingly enough, attempt to neutralize the Thargoids. When it went off, it temporarily neutralized the Thargoids. Then the Thargoids did some magic stuff and turned it into a blast wave, which re-energized them and then took us out. And then all sort of hell broke loose. And the Second Thargoid War, as it's become to know. Was it 9th of August 2020? Is it that long ago? Blimey. So yeah. It was probably about tea time. That would catch us off guard, wouldn't it? Particularly in the UK. What's the blockade debris field? We're going to have a look at that in a moment. Did we ever feel out how they hacked the wave? I don't think we ever got an answer to that, Kamakichi, and we don't. You know, the reason we're here tonight is that the Galnet referred to Salvation. There's a nice little bit of lens flare there. I'm not sure what's causing that, because cockpit glass doesn't lens flare on anything else. that's a bit weird, actually. So there's a bright gas giant over there, no lens flare. Where's the sun? Can we see the sun? We should be able to see the sun, because that must be in this direction, looking at the shadows. Where is the sun? That's the Terminator. Oh no, hang on, sun's in this direction. Get my there's the star. So okay, there's a bit of lens flare there. Not very much. Well, there's loads of lens flare. Because of the Proteus Wave thingy. It's a nice little other moon over there. So this seems to imply that the Proteus Wave effect is exactly on the ground, isn't it? And it's got that sort of dish bit. There's nothing to lock onto there. That's something we can use. Yeah, that is the site of the Proteus Wave explosion, which is amazing actually. Now 3 years later, it's still glowing hot, or glowing with some sort of energy. There's a very interesting mountain over there. Look, that looks dodgy, doesn't it? Well, artificial. But alas, I don't think there's much else we can learn from that, except that ring of spinniness is quite close to the ground. It's hand wavium, so GB, yes. So Yes, that's right. Deep hit me, you're quite correct. The Proteus Wave was blue and then it turned green, so nobody knows what it's doing now. So it was hacked by the Thargoids. And Salvation supposedly died. Nobody's entirely sure. So anyway, let's go and have a look at this large debris field. See if there's anything there.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Instantly dropped in and then dropped back in again. It's the sort of thing that after 3 years you'd think they'd like add a little bit of extra story to it, because suddenly, you know, somebody, it'd be nice if they just one day just switched it off and there was just the ruin of something there, or some sort of artifact to investigate. 3 years is quite a long time to do things. I mean, it's not a long time. It's not a long time, I think, dangerous standards. But but it'd be nice if some stuff did occur, reusing that storyline. Right, so that seems to be that gas giant. A restaurant and a gift shop. Yeah, that's exactly what should be there. You can get little souvenir T-shirts. Salvation fired the Proteus Wave, but I only got this lousy T-shirt. I'd buy one. So what's in the large debris field apart from large debris? Not Redshift Prime, what's that here? Oh, all this overcharge and supercharging. As far as it has to be turbocharged by now. It would be a good place for a restaurant, you're quite right. Right, we're heading straight for that planet. Rather attractive looking ringed gas giant there. Very pretty. Space balls. Oh, I heard on the grapevine that space balls, I don't know if it was real or not. It's very difficult to know what to trust nowadays. But I got the impression that there was going to be a Spaceballs 2. I mean, I thought this is sacrilege, surely. Feels like that's very, 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 very close to this gas giant. You'll put the trailer in the Discord. Is there I mean, that could be done, really. Is Mel Brooks still alive? Pretty sure some... we're getting insanely close to this gas giant. How can there be a debris field this close to the gas giant? It would have fallen in by now. Is he still alive? Wow, he's 99. Wow. I bet some of the rest of the cast aren't though, surely. Rick Moranis, is he coming back? We haven't seen Rick Moranis do anything for a long time. That's right, we're 0.19 light seconds out. We must be in the atmosphere of this gas giant now. Yeah, he has stopped doing films, hasn't he? So is he prepared to come back as Dark Helmet? I mean, they always joked about it in the script, didn't they? We'll be back for Spaceballs 2, the quest for more money. But this can't be right. No, too close to the... Where? Okay, what's going on here then? From what I've heard, they've finally found something in the desert. Comb the desert! He'll be 100 minutes release. My industrial strength hairdryer. I can't live without it. It's on the other side of the planet. Well, but normally it's occulted using the grey symbol. Oh. There we go. Very, very nice close impression of a gas giant. Weird.
Frameshift drive charging.
He's turned down tons of films, but Spaceballs 2 is a role he's been waiting for. Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much for the Discord link there. We will check that out. I just assumed it was one of those pieces of rubbish that you see on Facebook, virtually every other post, but apparently it's true. Wowzers. Right. Escape grounds as well. Where is this field of things? Plug my hot wax strip unsightly here. Yeah, I'm afraid so. Right, where is this debris field then? So this doesn't make a lot of sense here. Where is it? I'm flying around the planet. I have definitely flown around the planet there, and I'm on the other side, pretty sure. And it's still... What's going on here? Drop on your signal. Where? Cyberdome, where are you? Okay, so that's directly ahead of me. Are we... Okay, let's move some track again. There's a top tip. Don't supercharge overdrive into the planet's exclusion zone. Don't think that did my ship any good. 95% hull. Oops. Right, bad driving. Bad flying. Yeah, so I hope Mel's live because he's in the announcement trailer. Ludicrous. That was ludicrous stop. That was not ludicrous speed.
Frameshift drive charging.
From what I've seen, the marker's about 5 to 7 kilometers away from the actual field. Okay. Who came up with this idea of escape vectors?
4, 3,
Really
2,
point.
1. Engage.
But you've got to get yourself before the exclusion zone. Being right. Supercruise overcharge cancel. Cooldown cycle in progress. I don't have a gauge for the cooldown. Need more gauges. Whoops. It's just like goes from 0 to max velocity. Like driving elastic band. Oh, there we go. Large debris fields. Hang on. Wait a minute. Where is the team signal? What am I doing? Oh, huge debris. There we go. I finally managed to. Let's go to the huge one because there we go. I've got top shots. I'll go for cyber army. Right, here we go. Okay, so actually, I don't know what happened there. That was a bit weird. It's just my bad flying, my bad spatial awareness. I'm okay. I'm okay at that sort of stuff. I mean, well, for various definitions of okay. Okay, so that's cyber dummies. So hang on, the huge debris field is down there, and cyber dummies team circles up there. So am I going to top shot or am I going to cyber dummy? What's going on? So there's a large debris field and a huge. Okay, we've got a choice. We've got a choice of large debris field or huge debris field, whichever I prefer. Let's go for the huge one. That sounds more impressive. Cyber dummy may have to make his way across. A huge debris field. Is there anything interesting here? Probably not. But let's go and have a look. System Aero security response. Oh, there is a field of debris, which is all Thargoidy. I wonder why this huge field of debris hasn't dispersed a bit more, but anyway. It is a fairly big piece of debris. Is anything actually moving, or is it just sort of spinning on the spot? It is actually just spinning on the spot. Nothing is moving through space. What's it debris of? Is it debris of a Thargoid? It looks more... Oh no, there's a piece of Thargoid stuff there. It looks like a Thargoid membrane-y type thing, doesn't it? A few other bits and pieces up there, whereas these big pieces look like a ship. That looks much more human-y, doesn't it? I would say. 20% more debris because space reasons. Quite nice and atmospheric, isn't it? Oh, Cyberdome is playing pool with bits of debris, so you can actually nudge it about. So, let's give this one a little poke. It's got a big one, so this one. Right, there we go. Hey, look, you can play pool with the dunk. All pips to systems. I feel the game coming on. Right, I want to see if I can nudge one. Cyberdome's got the same idea. Oh, no, Commander Stupidess. On there. That one needs to nudge. Hang on, I can nudge that one. There's a collision detection elite. Nudge that one. Oh, that's a bit of Thargoidy stuff. Let's nudge that one. Cool. That work. Oh yeah, that one's tied. Nice. We could play Pong with somewhere. We need some rules for this game. They can say taking our elite exploration very, very seriously indeed. So this is just debris left over from the war, though, isn't it? It's quite nicely done, though. So that's a bit of Thargoidiness there, look. Push it along. Parts some quite decent velocity to it. And it's spinning up into the void. Look at that. Excellent. There's good cross sections of scout ships sliced up, so you can look at it now. Yeah, let's go and check that out. So drifted away. So I wonder if you can, presumably the debris area reset. So which ones are the scouts? So the scouts are the little 8-sided small ones. So, you can see a big chunky fella here. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at that one. That's nice. So they're totally... gross. So look at the interior of that. nicely done. It's just really, like you say, it's super organic, isn't it? Still, yeah, I was wondering, is that the cockpit? I was just trying to work out which, back off a little bit, which direction we're, I think that's the back, isn't it? But now at the back anyway. It's all kind of twisted up and busted up, isn't it? So you're sort of seeing some of the insides of space wasps, yeah, that's exactly what they are. I thought the cockpit was. I think that's the cockpit, isn't it? There. It's kind of the core that's left. So that's, if there had been a Thargoid in there, that's where it would have been. Of course, we've never seen them, have we? There's never any ground. Irony. What's that bit in the middle there? It's like a door, isn't it, into the interior? I mean, that's the big irony, of course, with Odyssey, is that it's all on-foot combat. That's the whole point of Odyssey, really, is the on-foot stuff. And yet the Thargoids never made an on-foot appearance. Exactly, Kamakichi there hinted at Thargoid ground battles, but nothing ever occurred. I mean, yeah, there's lots of lovely attention to detail in there. I always thought the Thargoids were quite nicely realised in their ships. So many unanswered questions, though, because, I mean, we don't understand how their hyperspace technology works. We don't really understand how they work, because we know that they're an ammonia-based life form. Or at least not, still kind of carbon-based, rather, but with ammonia as a lubricant rather than water, as in our case. So we are both carbon-based, yet they're much better adapted to low temperatures than we are. But equally, we've got an advantage in warmer temperatures. So it's just like a kind of grey-green flesh, isn't it? You can sort of see structural stuff. It's just flesh, really. Kind of green flesh. Little pods and nervous systems. I mean, who knows what's actually in there? But yeah, it's nicely done. I do like that. That's pretty cool. In fact, it's all inanimate now. It's all dead. It would be nice if you could just do a bit of science here, though. That's what I'd like a bit to do. This is where we want to do some science. See, between us, we should be able to drag this thing off. We should be able to fire. Ideally, it would be nice to be able to fire like a grappling hook at that, and tow it off somewhere and get some money for it, at least, right? Look what I caught, Mum. They're even creepy when dead, aren't they? They're kind of just like that stuff. I mean, actually, you can see the deficiencies in the graphics at close range. It's just a bunch of polygons there, isn't it? Little edges, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But we don't know what Thargoids look like. There are only those sort of leaked images that are never official, so we've never seen a Thargoid in the flesh, as it were. Only their ships. And that appears to, if there was a cockpit, that's kind of where it would have been. But so, like I say, it still feels creepy. You kind of feel like it's going to come back to life at any moment and do bad, evil stuff. But there were Thargoid asset images taken directly from software. Yeah, so a bit of reverse engineering going. So it looks like it was planned, doesn't it? Oh. I think Cyber Army just sent my Thargoid spinning off into the far distance. Or send in a limpet to scoop some goo up. Yeah, exactly. That sort of stuff is exactly what that we should be able to do. And what happened to Jameson's body? All these questions unanswered. Exactly all this sort of stuff that needs answering. Is there anything to scan near the Sentinel? Is the Sentinel the Is there something here? We've got 2 permit locks here. 2 planets, actually. Or 2 moons. Oh, we can go and have a look. Let's go and have a look near the Sentinel. See if there's anything I'll mention. Yeah, so in the Dark Wheel novella, you're quite right. They were described as insectoid. But unfortunately, the Dark Wheel isn't a tome we can rely on because it got very much what's the word that we use? Retro.
3, 2, 1.
I've got the word. What's the word? Retro Lord. That's what I mean. Retconned. That's the word. There we go. They got retconned quite hard. Alas, we can't rely on it to tell us a great deal about the elite, dangerous universe at least. The elite universe is something. Well, there are always 2 locked moons. Yeah, I wonder why the second moon is locked. Because you wouldn't have thought there was anything there, but both moons are locked according to the scan. And yeah, Salvation was on the Bright Sentinel, and that's where the beam was remotely triggered from. There was that jolly nice cutscene, and then boom, everything went wrong. So is the Bright Sentinel a wreck, or was it repaired? Rundown Titan, that's quite correct. According to Dark Wheel, they had their fear glands removed so they could feel no fear. Which you thought would actually be a disadvantage because... but anyway. Okay, so the Bright Sentinel was destroyed. So what's here? Is this where it was? Or is this just more wreckage? No, because this is the planet. There's the Proteus Wave over there. So what's left to the right? Well, the Bright Sentinel is still here. Is it just a wreck? Okay, it's covered in Thargoid goo still. So this has been here for 3 years as well, maybe. Looks to be, yes, it's still covered in Thargoid. There's still a few lights on. Power. Still. It's covered in Thargoid stuff. Does this help? No, it's got that sort of vaguely hexagonal. It's not actually goo anymore, is it? It's sort of a Thargoid pattern. Sort of reminds me of the early days of Elite Dangerous when everybody was trying to decode these shapes as if they were strange and wonderful messages hidden in them. Sometimes there were. Oh, it's still on fire. After 3 years. That's quite impressive. Okay, so yes, it's all busted up. It's still an emergency light flashing, so there's still power. There's still flames coming out of it. These are still exploding. I'm surprised there's any oxygen left on board after. I wonder what's actually burning. There's smoke, really. Presumably we can't talk about it. The Pitman says there are these big Titan debris fields are in the game, so why not Tier this low? I know. Try scanning it. See if there's to scan this. All the interior windows are lit by red illumination, so there's still power down there. Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah, see, this is the sort of thing you want to be able to have a poke around in. The green stuff coming out of this command tower here. Kind of dribbling green stuff, yeah. Amazing it's still got some capability even after all this time. There's the remains of the carousel area. Also on fire. Up to a special lord or destination here, aren't we? There's a whacked ship over here. Oh, I've got to see that. What have we found inside below? Was that up there? Just sort of sitting. Oh, there's lots of ships up here as well. Just sort of sitting around. Yeah. Okay, so that's an Imperial Clipper, isn't it? Just sat there in space. Also still on fire. Interesting now. After 3 years. Hasn't gone out. Oh. Zapped by Thargoid nastiness. There we go, so get the left side of it on. Oh, there. Looks like a bit of assault ship. Over there as well. Lots of stories to tell. If only they would. That looks like an anaconda, or a bit of an anaconda. Oh no, it's a python, isn't it? A python? No. Is that a corvette? Yeah, that's a corvette, isn't it? That's the one. Yeah, the Bangles. Wrote a song about this sort of thing. 30k arcs to go poke around inside. Yeah, wouldn't it be fun to poke around inside? Sort of. Of course, we don't loot space core derelicts. We just hack our way in and swipe what we want. Yeah, that's the remains of a. See, wouldn't that be cool if we could get in there and go, well, we'll just get this thing operational, limp it back to port, and then either flog it or sell it or do it up. Second-hand ships that you've just found abandoned in deep space. Possibilities, the sorts of gameplay that you could have. The sort of things you can imagine doing. Still, yeah, I mean, it's going to say it's pretty much, like you say, it's pretty much intact. I mean, it's not dead, is it? I mean, that would be, you should be able to. TLC bring that back. Doesn't look too badly damaged, does it? I mean, it's got a big hole in the side of it. It's on fire, but you know, I've driven worse. So that would be a worthwhile find, wouldn't it? Let's go and have a look at this habitation section over here. Bit of safe and blue, just like new. Just like we do in No Man's Sky. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the sort of thing. Nice to be able to do things like that. Because then the replay value of this sort of stuff would increase, because it'd be worth coming to these places and saying, like, there's a whole bunch of dead ships in that zone. Let's just go salvage one. That would be quite cool. But it doesn't appear that there's anything new here. They've got the assets for fuel carriers, but I suppose they've got some interiors, haven't they? Tell you what this feels like. This reminds me of what's that film where they explored the ship from the outside? Like it's the black hole, of course. I think that's what we need. Have I got a MIDI file for the black hole? That's what we need. Where would that be? Hang on, let's see if I can... Oh, it'll give me a copyright strike, but who cares? Let's have this. Here we go. This is perfect music, isn't it? Top of Disney's copyright concerns. Does work, doesn't it? Creepy music, not good things about that. Doesn't have suit it though, it's great, isn't it? Did it? It all gets me exciting. Yeah. So, apart from some inexplicable fires that are still burning, there still seems to be a power source on board. Yeah, I quite enjoyed that movie. It was, I mean, it was good beginning, really strong beginning. I like the beginning. The middle bit was just, they just seemed to be wandering around and sitting down for dinner for most of it. So that was a bit dull. The ending bits were quite fun with the meteorites and stuff and going into the black hole and stuff. And then the ending was just like, really? I mean, I watched it as a kid. Who actually saw the back? Because it was 1979. So my parents must have thought, it's a space movie, it's Disney. How bad could it be, right? And when you think about it, it's quite a dark movie. It's all about death. Maximilian rips, is it Anthony Perkins apart with the spinning blades? That's a little bit visceral. And Maximilian is definitely quite an intimidating presence, even though he's just a flying robot, doesn't actually say anything with his kind of red eye and stuff. And then that really weird ending where you go into the black hole and our heroes kind of escape and fly off to a new planet, kind of weirdly. But Maximilian and Reinhardt sort of descend into what appears to be hell, or at least a kind of like a Dante's version of hell, and then sort of merge in a weird sort of way, because you see Maximilian, and then his red visor suddenly has eyes in it, and you can only assume it's it's Reinhardt's eyes, and it's like, what? I don't know whether it had, I do remember seeing it at a young age, and I remember thinking the ending was weird, but I don't know, maybe I'm secretly traumatized by the ending of the black hole. That was It's kind of weird. Um, uh, Star Trek: The Motion Picture was the preferred option. Yeah, so I definitely saw that as well. I remember that movie being extremely dull. But yeah, it was. And Vincent, vital information necessary centralized. Uh, it's like, let's call them Vincent. That needs to be an acronym, does it? Okay. Then there was the other one, Bob, the Bob one, the sort of banged up robot. That was quite good. Although he had that kind of weight on one of his legs. I didn't understand the need for that, because that just seemed like it was slowing him down quite a bit. What did Bob stand for? Presumably Vincent stood for that. But what did Bob stand for? First time chat from Commander Lord Have Mercy. Was it the Black Hole? It was. Cyberdynamic says, is his stealthy delivery reflecting the flames? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Right. I don't know. Let's find out. You can just. I'll just. I can actually hear it. How can I hear it? It's in space. I can't really see you through the smoke, I'm afraid, Cyberdarling. So, not really, no. I mean, spin around, Cyberdarling. Let's see if you can catch a glint. I feel like I'm cooking my ship on top of a barbecue at the moment. Vincent was voiced by Ronald McDowell. Okay, you could say he just bobbed about. Bob didn't stand for anything, he just floated about. Commander Welsh Dragon. Just had an add-on here for a B-Day. Well, I can see a small flicker. There you go, there's your ship. Is it reflecting any lights? I feel like we're having a barbecue here. There we go. I think there's a bit of a glow there. Yes. I'm not sure it's sort of working, isn't it? Reflecting something. It sounds like burning wood. It does. It's just it will actually have any effect because I'm going to assume that was actually quite hot. Okay, let's just. What does that look like from outside? Just darky in the burning bit. Doesn't seem to be having any effect on my ship whatsoever, so I'm not getting any heat warnings at all. So, surprisingly, just one. I suppose there's nothing compared to fuel scooping. Maybe that's true. Yeah, I suppose that's millions of degrees centigrade. In fairness, you can park up inside the sun. That's my Mandalay. Well done, Mandalay. That's a fricassee. Oh, the signal has been lost. Why? Let's back up a little bit. I've got my ships now. Oh, I'm still moving. Or did Cyberdyne come again? No way. Let's get back in there. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, there's little bits of stuff burning out of there as well, isn't there? There's an awful lot of oxygen being wasted there. I'm just barbecuing my Mandalay there. We prefer things to be well done, as you know. There we go. On barbecue Mandalay. Let's go for the free camera. Noise. Inside on, we've got the same idea. Roasted Mandalays. That's what that is. Burn, baby, burn. Yeah. It's a nice effect, a bit inappropriate, nice. Camera burn, burned up the drone. Disco photo. On that wing. Yeah. So it doesn't seem to be causing any harm to my spaceship at all. A barbecue, that's what it is. Exactly. I thought those wasting oxygen was a feature of the stream. It is this. Yes, get some waffles, get some marshmallows, etc. etc. This is science. I mean, we're doing science. I mean, how effective are our ships at not being burnt? This time chat bring you 2012 looking for elegant Skywalker. Well, we do have the high ground. I think if there is any high ground to be had in space. So why can I hear it crackling? That's what I want to know. I'm sure that's not what. Also, I mean, I don't think NASA's done that many experiments setting fire things in space. I'm pretty sure that's not how flames work in zero gravity. But what do I know? Why is it still on fire after all this time? But I suppose you do need sound effects in space. I think the sound effects in space thing has been explained by the onboard computer, which is capable of all sorts of interesting things. The onboard computer in this computer on the spaceship, it's sort of simulating sounds, isn't it, of things to make it feel like it's realistic. It's sort of made a nice crackling barbecue sound to go with the fact that it's detected some flames in space. But I'm quite impressed it's still on fire after 3 years, because there must be something generating oxygen then out of stuff. Simulation sounds. It's AI making things. It could be AI making things up. I mean, but AI never makes things up, does it? Well, presumably they've sort of perfected AI in the Elite Dangerous universe by this point, maybe. Although there are, as another piece of unfinished lore, of course, is what happened to the rogue AIs that were a thing in the Elite Dangerous universe. But again, another one that's never been answered. But there doesn't appear to be, alas, anything new here, does there? To investigate. There's a bit of green smoke there. Venting out inside. What happened to the Guardian constructs? Yes, lots of questions unanswered. Just sort of some green ooze oozing out. Don't seem to have any detrimental effects on my ship, but there we go. I quite like the engine effects on the ship. Quite nice, aren't they? See the ship from the exit. There's a little vector thrust there. It's quite pretty as well. I believe that might actually be the outside. Seems to be doing because this was isn't it? Well, this is a new stream regular Drew landing on things. Thargoid mustard. Navigation. Is there anything? What FNS Fortitude? So that's the. What is this? Installations are faction-owned orbital facilities. I don't know if you can hear that. The dog is now snoring in the back. Can we go there? Or is that panned as well?
Cannot comply.
Snoring doggers, yeah, exactly.
Cannot comply. Cannot comply. Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Kind of a shame there's no breadcrumb trail to follow. At least none that we've identified. Ember has succumbed to the effects of the streak. She does a lot of sleeping. I think she's in a growth phase. I mean, when we got her, she was 8 kilos. Now she's 13 kilos. That shows. So, oh, it's just another ship. Yes, this is another installation that is busted up in what looks to be a very similar way. Oh, there's just a material there. Oh, there's a bunch of materials. There's stuff to pinch anyway. Interesting. All these materials, are they? Floating around outside.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Salvaging here. Canister of hydrogen fuel, no less. We can give up this life of crying device. Semiconductors. So, well, this is quite good. At least you can do a bit of salvaging. I don't think these things are actually useful. You can scan the ship's log. Okay, where's the ship's log? I'll get the ship's log. Oh, I think it's going to make sure. How do I scan it? Scan with what? Target and make ship. I don't need to. Let's go.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Growl. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Supposed to have to be. Got the agent scanned there on the heart. On the works. Doesn't seem to be working now, does it? Ugh. It's on the ship. Close to this thing. Trying to find it? No, It's on B. On main trigger. Oh, that goes. So then it started working. Weird. Okay. It's automated the vector turret. Okay, so now I've got loads of new targets. How am I supposed to find it? Turn it off, turn it on again. Right, how do I find the... Yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. Should look up there. Oh, there we go. Thargoid forces have been reported numerous systems superpower military presence. The planet is likely to increase. Major news coverage is imminent. And that says the 18th of June, 3311, which is a few years ago now. Nothing new in the log. No. Project Seraph personnel have been evacuated. Etc, etc, etc. So, yeah, alas, nothing new here, but I mean, nice. Nice zone. This is just not getting the rest of the other ones. Well, also wrecked, as you can see. The year was 3311. I think in that log. There is a second log. Oh, it's 3311 now. That's interesting then, because that implies the log has been updated. There's an escape hatch. Escape hatch 4. Escape hatch. Famous last words. That's interesting, yeah. What could that possibly be? Where's the log? I've already accessed. Just go back to look at that. Oh no, that must give you the date at which you've accessed it, not the date. Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's the date. Backable transmitter. Chip uplink. Seems to actually be one chip uplink. Black box recording, yeah, so 18th of June up there as the top is the date we've scanned it. This is not, these are not dated, are they? I don't believe it, immunogenes. We are under attack from Thargoids, we're under, and then recording ends. Yeah, there's no date on it. Thanks for that, Top Drop. Appreciate the navigation help there, but alas, there doesn't appear to be anything new. So, oh, we're out of time. New. Where's the nearest bar? With a working. There's an independent system there. Okay, there's a few peoples. Not many people live out here. Hackable array 0 is rotating. Okay, in that case, let's head back somewhere. There's a fleet carrier, 2240. Is there? Let's go there then. It's not too far away. Everyone to 22410 for a pint of glue.
Cannot comply.
There's no bar. What?
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm having a fleet carrier, isn't the bar? No, you can have fleet carriers without bars. Seems cheap. What's going on? Uh-oh. Oh, no, not you. Twice in one stream. Too late. Sounds spooky after all these years. Uh-oh. So bad. Feels offline. It's a very bad feeling.
Eject. Eject. Eject.
Thargoids just terminated my stream. Yeah, the stream. That's how you end the stream. Absolutely perfect. Ah, there. Oh, hello. Somebody else has come to end the stream here as well. Dear. Come on then. Come and say hello to all the peoples. Come on, up and come. Oh, what are you doing, you greedy dog? Oh, there we go. Up there. There you go. Ooh. Come to see the Thargoids destroy the stream. Hey, you've got big, haven't you? Look at the size of you now. Hey, look at the camera. Being a transparent dog. This is Ember, my co-pilot. She's a lovely little hound. She's getting big. Why'd you get big? Yeah. She's a lovely hound and does not know what the computer game is. Do you? You're very confused. Yes, you are. But you're a very good dog. Yes, you are. You're interfering with the AI that's trying to blank out the background. Oh yes, it's getting very confused now. Yes, it is. It's my hat. Right, down you go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Off you go, Space Dog. She has just woken up. Dog with cloaking technology. I know that you've got my slipper. Right. Anyway, so the Thargoids have destroyed me, which is jolly nice of them. Just to end the stream on a good note. What's the instant report from the Rescue Rangers? Sounds like a couple of squirrels, doesn't it? The Rescue Rangers. No lost cargo. My Mandalay was obliterated by alien invaders from beyond space. Yeah, I'll have my Mandalay back, I suppose. Yeah, and all the stuffs. Oh, okay, I've got insurance. 2.7 million credits those Thargoids cost me. Oh. Thargoids don't like bagpipes. No, that's probably the case. That's the case. Well, anyway, I'm back where I started. Go about Mad J Wagers. Good way to end the stream. Apologies about the lack of beer, but you can never tell with the Thargoids, can you? And my no claims bonus is now busted as well. So all it remains is for me to do is to find another Twitch streamer online who's currently playing Elite Dangerous, and basically give them a heart attack by jumping in. Now we try and find the stream with the least number of followers that we can. So I think they zapped you because you infringed on that 500-meter zone. But there we go. Thank you very much for your company tonight, folks. Just find me a streamer. Somebody must know. I don't know how to filter it. Tutor Booter TV. Is that really a thing? Oh dear.
Fun.
Okay.
Apparently it is. So anyway, they're playing Elite Dangerous. They got 55 viewers, so they're not doing too badly. But anyway, let's do a raid. I will send you across there, my friends. Thank you very much. And I will see you next week. Be good. Right on, commanders. Live long and prosper. And 07.